What's good, YouTube? Jared's twin, Jet Locs, back with another video. And today, man, it's still my 10 months on the journey. A lot of people in the last video, when I got retwisted, I got the double twist, and they were asking, they wanted to see how it looked when I took them down. If I was gonna wear the style, I wasn't really sure, but I didn't take them down to wear them like in a little curly style or whatever. So I actually kept them in for 2 weeks before I washed my hair. And I actually got my hair washed today, and I washed it with the double twist still in there, and then took it out afterwards. So I'm gonna let y'all see what it's looking like now. And then also, like a few days ago, I did get a little taper or whatever. Y'all can see it. I did get a little taper. That's a pro tip or whatever when you have locks on the lock journey. So since it's a 10 months, what I'm gonna do, man, I'm gonna give y'all 10 tips that can help you out on your starter lock journey. 10 tips that I maybe wish I would have known before I started, or my previous lock journey. But these 10 tips can help your process, kind of give you, so a few things of what you should or what you might expect going along. But we're gonna get right into it. I took a few notes. The first tip I would say is make sure you do a little research before you start your journey. So research things like what method you want to use, whether you want to do 2-strand twists, cone coils, interlock, however you want to start them. To do some research on your lock method, and also like the thickness of your locks, how thick you want them. I wanted to go with thick locks. I got 52 locks, so I wanted to go with thick locks. I didn't want like the thin locks. And also what kind of parts you want, whether you want square parts, whether you want diamond parts, triangle parts, rectangle parts, if you want brick laid, if you want a middle part. And also research your loctician. Try to see who might be able to do what you have in mind and work out best for you. The next tip I have is make sure you wash your hair. I would say only go probably 3 weeks max, 3 to 4 weeks max. I know you hear a lot of stuff. Some people say you gotta go all these times, 6 months, whatever, without washing your hair. Do not do that. Washing your hair is gonna help your hair lock faster. So wash your hair. Number 3 is keep your hands out your hair, or try to as much as possible. I know it's hard sometimes, but your hair is gonna be doing this thing, and to keep your hair and your scalp clean and healthy, definitely keep your hands out of your scalp. And this next tip number 4, is gonna make that previous tip a little bit easier. Is wrap your hair or cover your hair as much as possible. If you think about it, the more you have your hair wrapped, the more you have it covered, the harder it is gonna be for you to have your hands and stuff like that. So if you're at the house, or depending on what kind of work you do, what your lifestyle is like, keeping your hair wrapped as much as possible is gonna help with keeping your hands and everything out of your hair. It's also gonna keep your retwist fresher, longer, I guess, because it's not out and it's wrapped up. Number 5 is not to over retwist. I've heard of some people talking about they retwist or get retwisted every week or every 2 weeks. I would say 4 to 6 weeks as a minimum, as far as how long in between retwists. So don't retwist too frequently. It can cause, a lot of stuff, thinning of locks, scalp irritation, things like that. So try to stretch out your retwist as long as possible. What I would say, like 3 to 6 weeks. This next tip is probably primarily for the fellas, but when you're going through it a little bit in between retwists, man, go get you a fresh, fresh line of tape. It could do a lot for you. I stopped getting the line across the top, and that's one thing you want to be aware of too, like across the front, because sometimes your barber can tap into your front bases. It can cause like thinning, breakage. And I know y'all seen where the people have like the little small hair before they have get into their locks. And a lot of times that come from barbers pushing back. But getting the line up and the tape in between retwists can it'll do a lot for you. The next tip we're gonna have is as far as like moisturizing your hair. Keep you a spray bottle with some, with some distilled water or something like that, and oil. Find an oil that works for you, and keep your hair moisturized. You don't want your hair to get dry, especially during the fall and winter months, because you don't want that type of irritation in your locks and your scalp and things like that. Next tip is use as less product as possible. Do not pile a bunch of stuff in your hair, fragrances, all these oils, all this stuff in your hair, because it's gonna cause buildup, it's gonna cause irritation. So use as little products as possible, man. Water works great, a good oil works great, and stick to what works. The ninth tip is gonna be, man, this is like a godsend, but aloe vera in your hair, in your scalp, works amazing. Aloe vera conditioner, if it was one thing that I would say that works the best as far as you can use it a lot of different ways, it's the aloe. So try the aloe. If it works for you, it works for me. I know a lot of people it works for. I know the Rostas use it. A lot of natural people use it. So many benefits of the aloe, but using the aloe works 100. Then the last one, the 10th tip, is just enjoy the process, man. Just enjoy the process. Just enjoy the journey. These months, go by fast. Like I said, we on 10 months now, man. It honestly seems like just a month ago we was at our 6 month and 5 months. So just enjoying the process. Don't over stress, your locks when they're growing and all that stuff. They growing. But keep your hair healthy, your scalp healthy, and just enjoy it, man. So I'm gonna give y'all the views one more time. Y'all still see the parts are still in there a little bit. That was kind of a cool thing too, like washing it with the double twist in there. That way the parts kind of stayed. The retwist seems like it's gonna last, a little bit longer, because most of the time when I just get in there and wash it regularly, my hair is like way more poofy. The roots is way more poofy too. But y'all can see what we're looking like, man. This is 10 and a half months really. 11 on the way. A year on the way, man. But I hope this video y'all were able to use some of this, man. Found some of this helpful. If you're new to the channel, drop a sub on the channel. Appreciate everybody returning. If you like the video, share the video with somebody who may be going on a lock journey, or if you think about going on a lock journey as well, the information, it may be helpful to somebody. But yeah, stay locked, man. Jet Locs. We out.